Commentary Booth is a show for media lovers by media lovers just like you. If you want to support the show, go to pariomagazine.com.au. The thing I watched was a Netflix improv comedy series called Murderville. Have you seen that one pop up?
I watched the first episode of Conan O'Brien.
What did you think of that first episode?
I found it really funny. I like how it seems like it reminded me of, like, remember Thank God You're Here? It was like the sketch show and they kind of walked in there and there's the cast and everything, but it felt like a really well produced version of like Thank God You're Here, where they somehow linked it together to be a whole episode of a TV show rather than just a one set skit. Like I didn't see that coming. I knew it was an improv thing, but I didn't see it coming that it would be like a full episode of a show where he tried to work it out and it was be in different settings and a cafe and a police station and all those different places. I thought they'd just be stuck. So I found the acting really funny, and I always really like the moments in those shows where you can see that the person that's improvising has almost got the person that's not improvising to break character because they think something's really funny. I just love the honesty in it, and I think Conan was quite funny.
Yeah. So basically on this show, they have 6 celebrity guests acting as a rookie detective in this Murderville town. And basically they have to come on. They're not given any script at all. Everyone else obviously has a script and know who the murderer is, but these guests come on, no script, have to just work their way through the scenes. And then at the end of the episode, they're asked who the murderer was and have to sort of base it on what they've experienced. And yeah, like it was funny. There was a lot of moments where like it's absolutely hilarious, but then there's a bunch of moments as well that kind of just really cringy and don't quite hit. And it's a good watch, but it's also one that can easily just be like, I'm not enjoying this. And for me, I turned off after the Kumail Nanjiani episode. So the 6 guests are Conan O'Brien. Episode 2 is Marshawn Lynch. Then we get Kumail Nanjiani, Annie Murphy, Sharon Stone, and Ken Jeong. And like, I wanted to push through to see the Ken Jeong one, but yeah, it's just, it might be one that you just chuck on randomly when you've got half an hour because they're short episodes, but it's not one that I could sit down and binge all 6 at once. Like, it was very sort of grating after 3.
Yeah, I think those shows are always so heavily reliant on the person that they have on there. Like the Thank God You're Here days or the episodes, I was just hanging for the Frank Woodley episodes. Like, obviously I'm a big Lennon Woodley fan, but he was just brilliant at improv. And it's just so heavily reliant on that. So, I mean, if you've got people on there, it would have been nice to see Netflix get 6 episodes at Ken Jeong level rather than kind of, I mean, Conan's funny, but he's not Ken Jeong. I feel like they really could have. I'd love to see a Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see a Will Ferrell one. I'm surprised they didn't lead with Ken Jeong. Leading with Conan seems like a strange choice.
Yeah, I guess they knew they only had the one big name, so try and get people to the end.
The Marshawn Lynch one is very funny. I'll admit that Marshawn's funny just because he's just like ridiculous. It's just like, it's one point where he's like trying to fight a guy, and I was like, whoa. I don't know how like on board with this part the guy that's got the script is with this, but yeah, for me, like I had to turn off after 3. Like, it might be one that I revisit at a later point when I'm sitting there one night where I was like, half an hour before I probably should go to bed, I'll chuck this on. But yeah, interesting, but definitely not for everyone.
Yeah, agreed.
The Commentary Booth is a fan-funded production of Jamie Apps Media. You can support the podcast alongside our magazine, Pario Magazine, on Patreon at patreon.com/Jamie Apps Media. The following people supported at the community support group level or higher, and you cannot fathom how incredibly appreciative we are for their support. Blake Robinson, Brian and June Hart, Courtney Paulson, Darren Hatcliffe, Jackson Carr, and Tracy Apps.